Now he's trying to be Trump Jr. We don't know what we're going to get from this man, but it's not going to be authentic. He plays a role. He plays a part. Hollywood's in his backyard. Go there, be an influencer, do an OnlyFans, whatever you want to do, Gavin.
I know I'm a little late to the party on this one, guys, but I have been trying to get ready to move in the very near future, so I actually didn't get to make it to this story last week. But I do think it's important that we actually discuss. Now, as most of you have probably seen, Gavin Newsom and the team behind his social media account, they have been going hard in the paint against everybody on the right. They are going after Donald Trump. They are going after the crazy Republicans. They are going after the bootlickers over on Fox News. And I think one of the favorite things that they have posted so far is this image that you see on their screen. As you can see, it's got Kid Rock. It's got the angel Hulk Hogan. It's got Tucker Carlson. And they're all gathered around to pray on the shoulders of Gavin C. Newsom. I don't think you could have done it any better than that. And obviously, the whole point of posting stuff like this is to point at the absurdity of Donald Trump. He is talking like Donald Trump. He is posting memes like Donald Trump. He is capitalizing weird words like Donald Trump. He's putting quotes around weird phrases like Donald Trump. And of course, we just want to point out the absurdity that it is the president of the United States that is doing this. And I think what's been more absurd is that the people over on Fox News, they kind of get it, but they don't really get it. Here's Trey Gallagher saying, Gavin Newsom, what the hell are you doing? If you guys do appreciate my work, please do remember to subscribe.
Guarantees that's just the bottom line in all of this. Gavin Newsom, meantime, posting this on X, Liz, using all capitals, of course, trying to mock Trump, use Trump style. He's been doing this for a while now. He says, quoting, Trump just fled the podium with Putin. No questions, nothing. Total low energy. The man looked like he'd just eaten 3 buckets of KFC with Vlad. Admit it, Donnie J. You're terrified because this was the worst week of your life because of me, Gavin C. Newsom. I think he's trying to be funny. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it comes across as childish. And you're the governor of the biggest state in the union. What are you doing?
Honestly, I feel like he's trying so hard to be Trump, but he's coming off like Kanye West.
You are the governor of California. What are you doing? You sound so childish. Do these people hear themselves? Do they know that Donald Trump posts shit exactly like this every single day? And now you want to go after Gavin Newsom because why? Because, he's throwing the shit right back in your face. These people are unserious people. Either that or they've got their head so far up Donald Trump's ass that they don't understand that this is what Donald Trump does on a daily basis. He posts shit like this on an hourly basis. Sometimes even more than once an hour. This is all that Donald Trump knows how to do. This is all that Donald Trump has been doing for the past number of years. And now that we are throwing it back in your face with somebody that's got a little fight on the left, these people, they just can't handle it. And I think my favorite one out of all of the reactions was this one from Dana Perino saying that you are making a damn fool of yourself.
The other thing is, or at the debate, the other thing for me is that for the last week, Gavin Newsom, why am I giving him advice? You have to stop it with the Twitter thing. I don't know where his wife is. If I were his wife, I would say, "What? You are making a fool of yourself. Stop it. Do not let your staff tweet. And if you're doing it yourself, put the phone away and start over. And if he's got a big job as governor of California, but if he wants an even bigger job, he has to be a little bit more serious."
Do you think she would say the same thing to Donald Trump? Hey, where's Melania at? Donald Trump is going on these late night screeds. He sounds like a lunatic. Where's Melania? She needs to take his phone away, guys, because he's making a damn fool of himself. Do you think she's going to say that to Donald Trump? And I mean, what a condescending thing to say. Like, somehow Gavin Newsom's wife is in charge of keeping him under control. I mean, these people are absolutely outrageous. Dana Perino, I just don't understand. Do these people not really understand what is going on? I saw a clip after this, maybe it was a couple days later, where she's like, of course we understand what's going on, but we're just trying to point out that Like, they're calling out Gavin Newsom for being the governor of the largest state in the union and him acting like a child on social media, except the creator, the inventor of this type of rhetoric online is now the president of the United States. Who's got the bigger role? Is it the governor of California? Or is it the president of the United States? Dana Perino. Gosh, these people are so absurd. Here's Tommy Lahren trying to say that, well, Gavin Newsom, he's just trying to be a social media influencer. But see if you can catch what else she might want him to be.
He had a podcast with Marshawn Lynch trying to do culture and sports. Now he's trying to be Trump Jr. We don't know what we're going to get from this man, but it's not going to be authentic. He plays a role. He plays a part. Hollywood's in his backyard. Go there, be an influencer, do an OnlyFans, whatever you want to do, Gavin, but stop leading your state into the ground. That is what the people of your state are asking from you, not another podcast.
So did Tommy Lahren just admit that she'd like Gavin Newsom to start an OnlyFans? Because that's exactly what I heard. I mean, slow your roll there, Tommy Lahren. You're on national television. Get yourself together. I think it's so hilarious that these people want to call out Gavin Newsom for trying to be some sort of social media influencer, when Donald Trump is arguably the first social media influencer president. I mean, just think of how Donald Trump kind of rose to prominence. He was a shithead back in the 80s who was always trying to get in the tabloids. When Twitter came along, he became a shithead and started stirring the pot over on Twitter. And he garnered a huge following because of that. He is the first influencer president. So to go after Gavin Newsom as though it's somehow bad that he's trying to garner attention online when your guy kind of invented this whole thing. I mean, give me a break, people. Now, I want to show you this last one because one person who has been very, very butthurt by what Gavin Newsom is doing here is Will Cain. And he is really upset that now Gavin Newsom has merch that he's selling online.
He seems to have found ground, legs, with the left by mocking President Trump. Like a ChatGPT personality, he's just borrowing now from President Trump, copying his style with X posts. Now he's even going for his own MAGA-style merch. The shop includes items like Newsom was right about everything hat, or he has a Newsom 2026 mug. He even has a Bible priced at $100 that he tweets out, already sold out. His personality, just a shadow. Shadows on the wall, a Xerox copy of others. But that works on the left.
Yeah, that's what works on the left. You want to call out Gavin Newsom for selling a hat that says Gavin Newsom was right about everything? But what was Donald Trump just wearing in the Oval Office on Friday? Oh, yeah, it was a hat that said Donald Trump was right about everything. He's got a mug that he's selling in his gift shop that says what? Trump 2028? Obviously signaling to the idea that he's going to try to stay in office longer than the Constitution would allow. And you want to go after Gavin Newsom for selling Bibles? But wasn't it your guy who was selling Bibles for more than $100, then trying to do some corrupt deals with places like Oklahoma, trying to get them into the schools there? And you're going to call out Gavin Newsom? These people. I just believe that these people just don't really get it. They're so infatuated, they're so enthralled, they're so indoctrinated into the MAGA cult that they truly don't understand what is going on here. Of course, the point being that we are pointing out the absurdity, the complete stupidity of Donald Trump and how unbecoming it is of the office of the president to have Donald Trump occupying it. That is the whole damn point here. Now, a lot of people are wondering whether or not adopting this strategy is going to work for Gavin Newsom. And I think there's another thing that we need to also keep in mind when we have people like Gavin Newsom going out there and vying for attention like this. One thing that he has been able to do is that you've got Fox News nearly on every one of their shows. They are spending hours responding to Gavin Newsom, which is a huge, huge win. For for what, once in the last number of years, we've been able to suck some of that oxygen out of the room, where you actually have Fox News talking about what we want to talk about. That is a huge, huge win. Because while they are responding to Gavin Newsom, while they're trying to make fun of him for being the governor of the largest state in the country, while trying to go out there and be a social media influencer, well, they're not running cover for the fascist takeover that is currently underway. I consider that a huge, huge win. If it's one thing that Donald Trump has been particularly good at, it's that he knows how to dictate the conversation in the mainstream media. And for once, we are trying to do that. For once, Gavin Newsom has taken some of that attention away from Donald Trump. And the funny part about the whole thing is that he is doing it and he is beating him at his own game. Now, if you take a step back and check what Democratic voters are looking for in this moment, they want their leaders to fight. Now, is fighting back on social media going to be the end-all be-all? Of course not. But this is one of the ways that we can fight back against the Trump administration. And just check out how many of the Democratic voters are just hungry for this type of action.
This, I think, is the trend line that I think says it all. Democrats want their leaders to what? Try to stop the GOP or work with the GOP? You go back to 2017, you see here, work with the GOP took the cake at 74% compared to just 23% who said to try and stop the GOP. But now I'm going to come over to your side of the screen, Laura. Look at 2025. I'm coming as close as I can. 57% say they want the Democratic leaders to try and stop the GOP compared to just 42% who say they want them to work with the GOP. That is a major shift. What are we talking about here? Some quick math up here is 34% rise in terms of the percentage of Democrats who want their leaders to try and stop the GOP. So no wonder Gavin Newsom, he's looking at this polling. He's saying, I can generate attention. This is where the Democratic base is. And right now he seems to be following the Democratic base.
It is just insane to me to look at those 2017 numbers where you've got 74% of the Democratic Party said, yeah, we should try to work in a bipartisan fashion. People back then were willing to give Donald Trump the benefit of the doubt. In 2025, that is all gone. A clear majority wants people like Gavin Newsom, people like J.B. Pritzker, and other Democrats to stand up and fight back against what this administration is doing to our country. We want our leaders to meet this moment. There are more people now than ever in the Democratic Party that understand that we are under an authoritarian takeover, that Donald Trump is trying to take over this country in a fascist way. He is going after the courts. He is going after the media. He is going after his enemies. And all the Democratic Party wants is leaders to stand up and fight back against this fascist asshole. So you can say that you don't like Gavin Newsom. You can say you don't necessarily like this particular strategy from Gavin Newsom, but he is one of the few leaders right now who are trying new things to meet this moment. And as we can see by these betting markets, his name recognition as far as who is going to be the nominee in 2028, it is rising pretty quickly.
And I think the question is it working? Is it working? Well, let's take a look at the betting markets. I think this gives away so much of it. Okay, the chance of being the 2028 Democratic nominee, according to the prediction markets. Look at where we were on June 1st. We basically had a clown car for first. Newsom, AOC, Buttigieg, 11%, 10%, 8%. But look at where we are now. Look at this. Look who's jumped up all the way up to 24% chance, about a 1 in 4 chance of getting the nomination. Gavin Newsom. AOC staying pretty steady at 13%. And then, of course, we have Pete Buttigieg, who has stayed absolutely steady at 8%. So at least at this particular point, the prediction markets are saying, yes, this strategy is paying off.
Now, obviously, some people don't like these betting markets, but the whole theory behind this way of measuring things is that if people are willing to put money up to make these types of bets, then they probably believe in what they are betting on. Now, obviously, these things can be manipulated and so on and so forth, and we are a ways away from 2028. But you look at these numbers, and something is clearly happening. People are starting to respond to what Gavin Newsom is doing on social media. He's only been doing it, for the past couple of weeks or so? And again, he is sucking a lot of the oxygen out of their room. He is making sure the attention is falling on him and what we want to talk about. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on it. He has, almost doubled his name recognition as far as who might be the 2028 nominee. But I would say just keep on going. You know, there's a lot of people out there that don't necessarily like that Gavin Newsom was sitting down with Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon. But I'm also somebody who can realize that he has adapted his strategy after he realized that's not what the Democratic people wanted, right? The Democratic Party wanted. Obviously, he was trying to find some common ground after we lost in 2024. He just realized that we don't want you sitting down with these fascist fucks and trying to find common ground. That is not what is working in this moment, because they are not playing by the rules. They are breaking all the norms, and they are trying to beat us at this game where we are, trying to abide by all these rules and norms when they're just cutting it, pulling the rug out from under us. I mean, they are not playing a fair game here. And Gavin Newsom was able to realize that, and now he has adapted his strategy to, roll around in the mud with the likes of Donald Trump. So I think it should keep on going. I think we should continue to experiment with these types of strategies, with these types of ways to garner more attention. Because when these people are not talking on their own shows about what this Trump administration is doing and run cover for the authoritarian takeover, that is a good thing for our country. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think Gavin Newsom should continue with this strategy? Should we continue poking the bear on social media? Should we continue to make fun of Donald Trump and do it in his own language? I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that Gavin Newsom will be the nominee in 2028, or is it too soon to tell? Either way, I can tell you my personal opinion is that this is wildly entertaining. I think it is working to some extent. I think when they are not talking about all of the crazy shit that they want to do, that is a win for us. And I think we need to try everything we can to stop the authoritarian takeover that is currently underway. So I will leave it there for now, guys. If you guys got anything out of this video, please do remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Maybe share with a friend or two. I'd very much appreciate that. We've got to build something here on the left that pushes back against this right-wing media ecosystem that just launders all of this bad behavior for Donald Trump and his Republican Party day in and day out. So if you do like what I do here, please do remember to smash that subscribe button. Of course, that is free. If you guys want to go a step above and beyond that and help me produce these videos, you can become a member right here on YouTube for as little as $3 a month. Or you can jump over to politiscape.substack.com. You can have my videos delivered right to your inbox on a daily basis. No doom scrolling, no algorithmic bullcrap. Over there, I own the data, which is a pretty cool thing about Substack. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Let's come together and fight back against what these people are doing to our country. I'll see you guys on the next one.